see, it is a rather miserable bloody morning this morning. And it's been one of them, it's one of them weeks actually. It's been kind of miserable all week. But nonetheless, I've discovered a car that you can sit in, live in, and be in the lap of luxury. And I literally mean luxury for, well, about 40 grand. This is the Skoda Superb 4x4 diesel. And the 4x4, this is an elegance model, okay? So it's a 2-litre diesel, and it's got everything that you could possibly want in a luxury car. But it comes out of Skoda. But actually, you know what? This is comparable to an Audi A6 or a BMW 5 Series. Actually, it's probably got the room of a BMW 7 Series. It's very big. And in here, I have a DSG box, so it's fully automatic. I have full leather seats, all electric, all heated, even the back ones. I have a touchscreen radio with sat-nav, Bluetooth. It can play the MP3s from the Bluetooth as well. I have an aux connector under here. This is all leather here as well. Everything's leather. And I have this lovely wood surround here that's going on. The only thing, there is one thing. The key is wrapped up in this thing, which makes it look a bit like a cosh, you know, like a blackjack. But it's not. It's just a cover for the key, which is actually inside as normal. But it's quite a cool cover. You won't lose it. I'll give it that. You definitely won't lose the key. But it is a conventional key start. So it just starts up as normal.
Around 500.
No, how dare you? No push buttons, no nothing like that. Anyway, full reverse, full automatic reverse and parking sensors all around. Automatic wipers, there's my phone connecting up to the car as well. Automatic wipers, automatic xenon headlamps, which are self-leveling, and cornering. Now what I mean by cornering is that at night time, when you turn a corner, as soon as you turn the steering wheel, the lights turn, they bend to look at that part of the road. It's a really interesting aspect to it. This one is 140 brake horsepower. Now, to some degree, I do actually wish there was a bit more horsepower in it than 140. It's not that it's lacking, it's just I'd like it to be a bit quicker as the brakes go. Now, you can buy a 177 brake horsepower version of this engine as well, which is the one I'd probably go for. Even if it was in the wrong tax band, I'd probably go for the bigger engine in it. But from in here, everything is properly luxurious. Now, I don't want to kind of back off on that one. There is a big luxury element to this car, a big Luxo barge cruiser, as donated by the massive rear doors and the simply ginormous boot. Everyone goes on about the size of a boot in an Octavia. A lot of people go on about that. They always say, you know, the solution to your storage problems in a car is an Octavia because the boot is huge. Well, look into a Superb boot and you'll soon find out that an Octavia is tiny. It's tiny in comparison to what's in there. You could put several people into the boot of the car. The 4-wheel drive system is provided by a Haldex clutch system, so it is very capable and has plenty of torque and plenty of go. Now, I do think the fuel economy suffers slightly from being a 4-wheel drive. It is very economical, but I think the 2-wheel drive one is going to be more economical. And don't forget, all this luxury comes at the cost of weight. So the more luxury items, leather seats, you know, a tough looking dashboard and all, the heavier the car becomes. But because there's only 140 brake horsepower, if it had a few more horses, it might be a little bit more economical as well. Driving the Skoda is absolutely superb, as the name donates. It is. It's very simple to drive. Of course, a 6-speed DSG box makes life very simple. You just squirt and go. There is no gear changes or clutches or nothing to press as it is. Tons of equipment. I absolutely loved the radio system. This touchscreen system is very good. Full map involved as well. Press a button, up comes the map. I can enter a destination. I can do it by voice control, although funny enough there isn't a voice control button on the steering wheel, it's only on the stereo. to think of Skoda being a luxury brand and to be able to mention Skoda in the same breath as Audi, as BMW, as Mercedes, as any of these cars is quite a feat from Skoda. That's what they've done. And it's also quite a feat because of the sheer size of the car. It's massive. It's very, very big. Big in a good way. I'm not talking about big in that it's awkward or cumbersome or it lumbers along around. It doesn't. It goes and stops and starts very well. But the thing is that it's still pure luxury. And when you get out on the motorway, you realise what this luxury is all about. Because you get out there, which I am now, just entering a motorway, you stick on the cruise control, and you just sit back into those big, comfy leather seats, stick on the seat heaters if you like, if you feel like your bum needs a bit toasty. The rear seat passengers can do the very same, stick on the seat heaters, and just watch the world pass by out your window. It's incredible what Skoda have done. They've come out of nowhere. With this Superb. But the tricks don't just end in here. They don't just end with all this luxury. The boot opening is the most clever thing I have ever seen when it comes to a boot. Alright, so you come back to your car and you open the boot and you realise whatever it is that you're trying to put in the boot isn't going to fit into that space, which is quite a considerable space as it is. So you close the boot, you press a button, a brake light pops on, you pull the boot again, and you have a cavern. The whole thing becomes a lift back, just like that. That is one of the most cunning operations I've ever seen in the back of a boot. And don't forget that this boot is actually that big. No hassle. It's massive in here. Easily get the first aid kit is right here. And you have a 12-volt socket and you've got shopping hooks everywhere. Ones that flip out and ones that go in. Little chrome tailpipe. It's ingenious. It's simple. And when I close the boot, I can lift it open again, same way. Whatever you do. Now it goes back to being a normal boot. It is truly the Swiss Army knife of boots. Now, the front seat is set for me. Okay, for me. Look at that. Look at the room I have. It's huge. I have my own air vent here. I have my own heated seats right here. My own temperature gauge and things. I don't have vents back here, or temperature controls back here. But I mean, seriously, like, look at that. You can lie down back here. It's huge. It's humongous. I have never seen, other than limousines, and I've been in a couple of limousines, but I've never seen anything that much room. Tons of room. I even have a little light to light my shoes. How cool is that? Small little light there. Lights up here, reading light, and I have a very direct, very perfectly positioned reading light, and I have more room here. I don't know. You can just look. Just close the door. Now, okay. Now, I'm gonna lie down. So then, the Skoda Superb. Have to say, extraordinary value for money. The range starts a lot less than this 4x4 version, but the kit really stays the same all the way through. There is a few bits and pieces you won't get on the lower ones, but hey, for 40 grand, a 4x4. Good morning. As you can see, it is a rather miserable bloody morning this morning, and it's been one of them. It's one of them weeks actually. It's been kind of miserable all week, but nonetheless, I've discovered a car that you can sit in, live in, and be in the lap